team getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan with me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Let's toss it over to the sideline for news on NB's groundbreaking season.
Thanks, guys. Well, a pretty auspicious record he set. The most 60-point games in a season. He's on a tear for the ages and has established himself as one of the most combustible scorers in the game. Guys?
Yeah, all right. He is combustible. Thank you very much. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, you've got Keontae George. Kyle Anderson is out there with Walker Kessler. And there's Speedy and it's Hendricks in at the 3 spot.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Pass to Thomas. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Blake. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Deming. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Well, Thomas must have rockets in his shoes, just exploding off the floor.
Blake feeling it out a bit. And Utah, another 3.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Wolf. Back to Sharp. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Here's Deming. Defended by George. Utah leading by 8. Blake for 3. And Utah another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Sharp, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Blake misses.
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Thomas, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
They'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Blake. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Blake's got 22 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Pass to Thomas. Fires from deep. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz leading by 12. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Thomas, no luck.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Fires from way out. Oh, he got it!
Can you believe that?
So stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin.
Hernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. That one from long range. 30 points for Speedy.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Yusuf Nurkic, Speedy out there with Keontae George. Then there's Bailey and Hendricks in at the power forward position. Blake with it. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game and finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Wolf. And here is Powell. That three off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that with much more movement on every possession. Modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. Blake for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Here's Blake, and he slams it one-handed.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Wolf. Here's Demon, defended by George. And he comes up with the deuce. Demon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Drills it from outside.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else. Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn. A switcher also for Utah. Kessler's checked in.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
They double him with George. Thomas, it's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Last 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
Puts up a deep 3. Blake misses. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Porter, no luck. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Chicago. Puts up a deep 3. And that one is off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Count that one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fires away from outside. And the basket by Blake. Blake's got 49 points in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And a wide open look for Porter. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Blake. He's guarded by Thomas. Another That one goes incredible.
And this is an all-time great score, a 50-point performance tonight.
Rally's just cracked the top 5, alone in 5th place for the most career 50-point performances. Launches from deep. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Anderson with the double team. Here's Porter. Outside for Thomas. And the Nets miss again. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against Houston.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now Blake. It'll count. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Jazz running away with it. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Happy to. In the West, Speedy.
Well, we could give you plenty of highlights, but a lot of substance too. He's moving the needle for his team.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Jazz. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Speedy.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Demon. Then it's Sharp. And it's Wolf at the 4-man position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss.
And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, those who've worked with Mets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
Huge night for him. I love how he's searching for his shot attempts, trying to carry them to the finish line.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Got that one up quick. 67 points for Speedy.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And another one.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Tonight's been another big game for Thomas. He is in this league to score, and he does it well.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. A putback. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Porter passes to Wolf. Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Blake, defended by Sharp. Goes back up. And the layup good by Kessler. Kessler's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Demon. The 3 from Thomas. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Blake misses. Net shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here are the Jazz now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Puts up a deep 3. Blake misses. The net shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Let's take a look at Dallas. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And Utah right now, they came into this season with a plan, and the execution has been at an elite level. That's how they've quickly ascended to that #1 spot.
The Nets making a switch here. Brownie's checked in. Outside for Thomas. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Thomas got 24 points.
Well, hey, look, Thomas loves the duel, answering that 3 from the other end.
To the middle. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
Here's Blake. And another one falls. Amazing. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
With the step back, here's Thomas. It's good. Thomas got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Hits it again. Wow. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
And it's Demon missing. Utah shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Shoots from 12. That misses off the backboard. The Nets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Pass to Clowney. It's Thomas on the wing. 5 to shoot. That one good for 2. Thomas got 12 now in this quarter.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
And the basket by Blake.
3.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Here's Thomas. 28 points for him.
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. A three-pointer is right on target. Thomas got 31 points.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
And here is Blake. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's the Utah Jazz holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. But while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork.
He's checked in for Kevin Love. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Bailey. He's out there at Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot.
Well, terrific timing and placement with the bounce pass there.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Blake for 3, sinks the triple.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Nurkic with the steal. Blake with it. Thomas is there. And the basket by Blake. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Here's Blake. And got it. Another basket.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Nurkic with the steal. Blake with it, now guarded by Porter. The tray connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking. We'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
Here's Blake. And yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And he banks in the layup.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing. The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Here's Blake. Again, the Jazz score.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Blake for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. And Thomas has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Speedy.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Thomas, it's a wide open look, drops in the tray. Thomas got 36.
Well, Thomas is an eager three-point shooter. He wasn't gonna pass up that chance.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. From deep three-point territory, he doesn't hit that one. Here's Demon. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win to come.